Well, what's going on, everybody? This is Paul with PRM BBQ Co. And I'm gonna give you a little rundown on this 250-gallon smoker pit that we built on a tandem axle super wide trailer frame. So we got ourselves a 250-gallon smoker pit. In terms of what you can cook on it, for reference, on the bottom grates you can do anywhere from about 8 to 10 briskets. You do get upper racks on these units, so you'll always get your 3 drop down cooking grates, and then you'll always get your 2 upper cooking racks. So any of our smokers that you purchase from us will always have that style configuration. Obviously, a 1,000-gallon smoker pit is going to have more drop-in grates. It goes to 5 drop-in grates, and then you're going to have 4 upper cooking racks. Okay, so over here on the inside, if you'll notice, we do have a heat deflector here. Now, this heat deflector is positioned at the proper angle and spacing to give you an even cooking space right here closer to the firebox, right? So firebox is insulated. We do use ceramic fiber insulation. It's rated up to 2,300 degrees. So that's what is really the heart of your smoker pit. It allows you to keep a smaller coal bed so you burn less firewood, but also a more controlled environment inside of your firebox. So you let your cook chamber and your smokestack do all the work and do all the pulling, right? That draw that everyone's looking for on the smoker pits. That's what's called proper convection. On your smokers, on your doors, you will get a Tell True thermometer. They are GT300Rs, so they are calibratable, but you will get 1 per door. So if you got a 2-door unit, you get 2. If you got a 4-door, you get a total of 4. This particular unit was optioned with paint. So what we do is we will always send out the tank to get sandblasted. That's taking off everything in terms of a very thin layer of metal, but that's going to take off everything from the paint to residue, anything like that. And what that does is it gives us a better surface for adhesion of the paint, right? So we put on the paint. We do use a paint from Emron Exalta. It does have a heat temperature rating of about 375 to 425 degrees, which is not a problem because most of your smokers you're going to be cooking at about 225 to 275. And then we also have an insulated firebox, so that does keep that main heat inside. So we go ahead and hit it. We have the paint, and then we go ahead and hit it with clear coat. So the whole thing in itself has got clear everywhere, right? Now this is set up on a tandem axle trailer, so it is a super wide. Basically what that means is our standard trailers, well, we got 3 different options. One is going to be your super slim, which is just a smoker pit on the trailer by itself. Your second one is going to be your trailer that has your standard storage, which is a 24-inch wide basket, and then you have the super wide, which is a 36-inch basket, and I'll show you here in a minute just what that looks like. So on your sidewalls, we do build it with a 3/16 sheet plate. It's very robust, very heavy duty. It's going to last forever. We do put these slots in here as well, so you're able to tie down things like cambros, ice chests, whatever, tables, chairs. Definitely lots of space for firewood. So moving on over here to the smoker pit. Anytime that you get a trailer option, you will automatically get upgraded to a folding smokestack, right? That way it's just for ease of transportation, cuts down on drag, just in case you got to put it somewhere, or if you just want to store it inside your garage, right? This will fit in there. Now, all of our smokestacks do have your internal smokestack dampers. It does have a little dial right up here, so when you're using the smoker pit, you'll know exactly what that plate's doing on the inside, right? So if you go and you adjust this down, and that'll choke it down a little bit, and then we can go from there, right? So let's move on over to the firebox really quick. From your firebox, it is built with a 1/4 inch through and through on the inside and the outside. In between that cavity is where we put that insulation. We do put 25 feet of insulation inside your firebox. So again, that's what's gonna hold that temperature really well. You're gonna burn something like 40 to 50% less in firewood compared to your traditional non-insulated smoker pits, and even some that are insulated. We do have a tremendous amount of fuel savings. Now it is set up on a detent style system, so you do have that option to crack it open and just let the firebox breathe and sip in what it needs. Let me show you the inside really quick. So you'll notice in here on the inside, it is a flat base bottom firebox. we do build what's called the tombstone style. So it does have these angles right here up top. That lets us control the volume inside of our firebox much better. You'll notice that it sits really low, and let me back up just a little bit. It sits really low, and when you build your fire bed, that actually keeps it much further away from your protein, and so you just let the cook chamber and the smokestack pull what heat it needs from there, right? And then you're able to build it really nice and neat. Coming along over here, you'll notice again your storage, your space here on the trailer frame. And then the last unit that this whole rig has is your 24-inch by 48-inch barbecue box. This is also made from 1/4-inch sheet plate through and through. Now you open this up, and the cooking grate, it's got one solid cooking grate in here. It's about 11 inches from the base of this unit. So it's a really good distance in terms of cooking. You could do things like either some hot and fast ribs, you can smoke your ribs in it. You could probably even smoke some briskets in here as well, since you have enough space from left to right. So it does come with a locking toggle clasp on here. It's got your front loading door as well, so you can load up more charcoal, some firewood, or whatever fuel you're going to be using. You can load it in there. And in the same way that the fireboxes are on our smoker pits, it does have that detent system here, and this just lets your fire breathe, or lets your coals breathe, or sip on it as you go, and then you can get to cooking. Now these units right here, they're not insulated, but they do hold a tremendous amount of heat for a long time. So once you load it with your coals, they cook really, really well. It does have 3 smokestacks on there, so it gives you a lot of flexibility and control when you're cooking. So you're able to adjust your heat, your flow, just depending on what you got, right? All your trailers will come with your LED lighting. It is built on a 2-inch by 4-inch rectangular tube and frame. And then your tandem axle setups will come with brakes. Particularly your larger units will always have brakes. Otherwise, you'll get one idler axle and then one on the back that has that electric brakes on it as well. So anyways, guys, this is your 250-gallon smoker pit. So if you happen to be looking for a smoker pit like this, let us know. We can help you out. We build these units all the way down from 94 gallons up to 1,000-gallon smokers. We can do them on skids. We can do them on casters. We build them on trailers, off-road wagon packages, right? So don't forget, guys, we're at the corner of Rouse Street and Highway 90 in Brookshire, Texas. So if you find yourself needing a smoker pit, let me know. We can help you out. And if you've got the will and the skill, but not the dollar bill, let my banking partner help you. And don't forget, we're your prime barbecue company. Peace.